From rising rates to talks of a real estate crash, how can anyone really decipher what's going on? In this video, I'm going to break down everything that you need to know and what it all means. I'm Paul Piacentino, a local Charlotte real estate broker, and I've helped my clients buy and sell over $10 million in real estate in just the past 12 months. First, let me get started by saying each real estate market is different. This information that we're going to cover today is all about Charlotte, North Carolina. If you live in Austin, Texas, or Utica, New York, your market could be completely different. So make sure you check with your local trusted realtor to provide you with location-specific data. Now, some of the stuff we cover today will have a national context, but for the most part, it's going to be Charlotte specific. If you don't care about any of the stats we're about to go over, then you can just click right here and fast forward to my future predictions and see how right or wrong I will be in the future. Okay, let's get into it. A few stats we're going to touch on in this video are days on market, or DOM, months of inventory, or better known as supply, current interest rates, mortgage rate applications, and average sales price. I know we just hit you with a lot there, and don't worry, I'm here to simplify everything for you. So let's just start with days on market. This is the amount of days a home has been listed for sale on the market and has yet to go under contract. To give some context, at the height of COVID, our days on market was 2, and as of today, it's 32. I know this is a big change, and if you don't understand it, you might be freaked out and wonder what's going to happen, what's going on. But I'm here to tell you really what it means is that houses are just taking longer to get sold. There's a few reasons for it. First, there aren't as many people looking to buy houses. Second, some houses are overpriced, to be very honest with you. And lastly, people who want to buy a house are being more picky because, well, they can. There's not as many buyers out there. They can take their time. They can choose the right one that they think. More often than not, compared to when we were in COVID times, when you basically had to run out to the house as soon as it got listed and put in the highest offer you can afford. We're not there anymore, for the most part. It's almost, and I use this very lightly, back to normal. What I mean by that is higher days on market usually signals an increase in months of supply, or better known as inventory, like we mentioned earlier, which it has. It's up 300% actually from peak COVID, but I wouldn't panic just yet. This is, again, not a sign of a crash. Supplies increased from COVID time of 2 weeks to 7 weeks. For context, a balanced market is 6 months, and we're still talking in weeks. So we have a pretty far way to go. A lot of that's due to the highest interest rates we've seen in the past 23 years, and 80% of U.S. homeowners right now have mortgages of 5% or below. So if you don't need to sell, why would you? Especially if you have a rate like that. And the people that do need to sell, in real estate, we call this the 5 Ds. It's diapers, diplomas, diamonds, divorce, and unfortunately, death. When rates were in the 2s and 3s, it brought everybody out possible. At the time, rent was also way more expensive than paying a mortgage. Since rates have almost tripled since then, and rent hasn't drastically went up, they've kind of leveled each other out to a certain extent, at least in Charlotte. With that said, though, we did the past month see an increase in mortgage applications. That was right after we hit the peak of that 8, went a little bit above 8, and then they started to come down into the low 7s. And right today, this is where they're sitting. So, as you can see, it's coming down, but we're not really sure where things are going 100%. The positive news of all of this is that buyers are getting homes below list price, repairs are getting made, and the homes are still appraising. So it's great for the neighborhood. Just this past month, I had 2 homes that we were under contract on that got appraised over our contract price. Now, outside of my great negotiating tactics, part of that's because the house is worth more, but there's less buyers. So if a seller needs to sell, like these few did because they were moving out of the area, we got a great deal on it. So let's get into average sales price. This time last year, we were at here. And now as of today, we are here, which is about a 2.5% increase, which might be a surprise given the rate increases from 5 to 8% this year alone. But overall, Charlotte real estate market is actually appreciated 4 to 7%, depending on the area. Each area is a little different depending on the suburb. Now that we've hit on all the information you need to know about the current Charlotte real estate market, let's get into a few of my predictions for the future. So, what we're seeing right now is rates have most likely hit their ceiling and they're slowly going to come down. But probably over the next couple months, you're going to see them bounce between that 7 and 8%. Right now, we've seen them pretty steady around the low sevens. As this happens, though, and the holidays start to come around and go, you're going to see more buyers come back to the market slowly, as we've actually already seen with the mortgage rate applications increase. I don't expect inventory to really skyrocket, though. We're short by millions of homes overall. So we're probably still going to be in this inventory shortage, probably at least in Charlotte for the next few years. So builders are trying to build as fast as they can, but if other folks aren't moving because their rates are really low already on their homes and they don't need to, you're not really going to see inventory drastically increase. Those are a few of my predictions. If you want to check out our January market update to see if any of these predictions came true, or if I was completely wrong and I have no idea what I'm talking about, I'd love to see in the comments what you guys think. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel so you're getting all of our videos when they drop. And if you or anyone has questions about the market, please reach out to me and my team. We'd love to answer those questions for you. Check the show notes and we'll put in there how to get in contact and schedule a time with us.